Hello everyone, it's Boater. Oh, hold on, I need to make sure that there's room for my hair. It's especially poofy today. There is no Knights of the Old Republic today. I have been working the past couple weeks on recording for P-17, my still untitled sci-fi movie. And before we go any further, since you're not getting a KOTOR today, I have a very, very short snippet showing a bit of conversation between the two characters that have been recorded so far. So we're going to cut to that, and then we'll come back and we'll talk more about how things are going on the channel, give you a good old February 2018 channel update.
Yeah, they're fast and flimsy. Set missiles to proximity detonation.
Affirm. Heat seek set to proximity. On 2 for the job. Ready to go.
Then I guess you're just gonna have to fly smart, Martinez.
So that is Davis, as played by David Carlson, who was the producer of the Hyacinth Disaster, which I voice acted in. You'll find a link to that below. I don't know if I talked about that too much on the YouTube channel, but it was really fun. That was released in December. And yeah, I was a voice actor in an audio drama, and it's a really, really good audio drama, guys. You should totally check it out. So there is a link in the description below.
Alright, start drilling again, Dreadnought.
He's been drilling this whole time.
Damn right I have.
I hate this guy.
Getting a lot of love in your voice, though, Grim.
Your radio's busted.
We've dealt with worse. Remember when we were working on the Invid?
That was a damn good ship.
Sure, but comms kept blacking out for no reason.
I mean, I kinda liked it. Cut comms meant no cameras. Captain Mac was set on us using our POVs.
That's standard, Grim.
You don't make us.
Well, that's because our first 3 rocks were spent listening to you moan about how creeped out you were.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's creepy knowing someone's looking through my perspective all the time.
You know, you're really weird, Grim.
You guys ever stop talking?
Shut up and drill, Dreadnought.
Shockingly, I can do both. Especially when the quality of equipment is worth discussing.
Wait, what do you mean?
I just don't want to lose contact. The suit has to be older than me.
You're not far wrong. I think yours is military.
Great, just great. So I'm using an EXO that's more than 2 decades old.
Yep. If it makes you feel any better, mine's almost that old.
Thought they took everything when they left.
Well, companies bought everything the military would sell, contractors bought off them, and there was all kinds of crap left in the scramble. Whole ships even, if you can find them in deep space.
Thought one of those would be a pretty good haul for corporate, huh?
Not really. I mean, you could take any small rock and make a few new ships out of that. Corporate doesn't care about super old derelicts.
And nobody else would have the resources to get them space-worthy again.
I got a shaky exosuit that agrees with you.
Speaking of shaky, is the rock still...
Nah.
Yeah. Finch?
Hey, Con.
How's seismic looking, Clever?
Normal. I'll let you know if anything changes.
Question.
Go ahead, Dreadnought.
Do they call you Con as in control or Conlin?
Yes.
That's confusing.
That too.
Uh-huh. I'll be done in a sec. Stand by.
And then Juan, who was my coworker at my previous job. I say previous job because I, as of whenever I finish this last project I'm working on for them, I am no longer working at the wedding videography place that I was at. Which is a kind of scary thing. At the moment, I am producing the Behind the Counter podcast, and I'm trying to find more local businesses that are interested in recurring web video, whether it's a podcast or a web series of some sort to promote themselves, promote the area that they're in. Certainly, if you're local and that interests you, or that might interest someone that you know, please let me know. But that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now. So it's... at the moment, I've got a lot of excess time that, number one, I'm working on the movie. Number two, I am working on the YouTube channel as well. So we're recording more Diablo 2 this weekend, and I will be recording more KOTOR Sunday or Monday, so that this doesn't keep happening. But yeah, so I do want to talk a little bit about money. Not to try to guilt you guys or anything like that, but just kind of giving you an update. YouTube is updating their monetization because they had a really big person that did a bad thing, and so they're punishing small people for it. I don't make that much money on YouTube ads. As things are currently right now, I make a couple bucks a month on ads on videos, mostly Werewolf, a couple other videos that are also kind of popular, but there's like 75 bucks sitting in an AdSense account. When it hits 100, I get paid out. but it's never going to hit 100 because on February 20th they are taking away ad monetization from smaller channels. What that means is channels that aren't at 1,000 subscribers and haven't had, like, I think 4,000 watch hours. I am at a quarter of that for subscribers and a third of that for watch hours in the past year. So hours watched is past year. So I'm losing out on the meager amount of monetization from YouTube. There's a couple ways to make up for that. Number one, there is always Patreon, which we've had another patron join and someone else upgrading theirs. So Patreon is doing well, and I'm thankful to all the patrons there. It's really awesome. I've been giving very regular updates on Patreon for the production of P-17 when we finish the set. They got a preview shot of Juan. I need to put together something of David as well that has one of his own scenes, as well as some behind the scenes getting ready for filming. So they get that. They, of course, also get the recap a few days early before it goes up on Facebook. And there's other benefits and behind the scenes type stuff for Patreon supporters as well. Patreon supporters also know the next film that I'm working on that I might have mentioned on here. I'm not quite sure, but that hopefully will finish filming this upcoming week. All of that is at patreon.com/butterbug. There is also certainly through Streamlabs, which is what I do with all the streaming, and then I just signed up on, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, if it's Ko-fi would make sense, but it looks more like Ko-fi. I'm not sure, but it's a tip jar. You go to it, and it's an automated $3 tip that's just dropped into PayPal. The idea is you're buying me coffee. I don't like coffee, but I do like hot chocolate, and it's a good metaphor for, well, it's actually going towards something else. Whether it's equipment. I did end up ordering some new equipment, which you can kind of see in the background there. The case and such, and an array of audio recorders, just stuff that, that's the first page of the sides from the script, so if you freeze frame, you might see something there. Ooh. So just stuff like that I need for the video production, as I'm getting set with that ahead of time. So any support goes to that kind of thing as well. And then, I haven't looked into it too much, but there is a web browser called Brave that is an offshoot of Chrome. And what Brave does... Have I been covering the mic? I don't think I have been. Hopefully it's okay. With Brave, they have a currency called BAT. I think Basic Attention Token is what they call it. And you can drop, when you sign up for Brave, and I will put a link in the description below, links for all of this are below. When you sign up for Brave, you get a $5 credit, I believe, which I think that's still going, if not, and whatever. But, and you can always put more money into this account, and what it does is that Brave is an ad block browser, kind of from the start. It blocks a lot of scripts, ads, and everything like that, which I generally don't agree with, but, what Brave does instead is that anytime that you visit a verified site over the course of a month, then I don't know if it's at the end of the month or something like that, but it gives out money in your that you put in your account, the attention tokens, BAT. It gives those out to the verified sites. Now those might be blogs. WhatYouReading.com I don't think is verified with BAT, but I am going to talk to Chuck and see if we can get that set with him. Certainly some blogs that you read do that, and it also works for YouTube channels. So let's say that you have $5 in your account, and you've told Brave that it can spend $1 a month. And if you're on my site, on my channel, 2% of the time of all the verified stuff, then I get 2% of that monthly budget. You can also pin sites to the top and say, no matter what, make sure that you give this site 5% of my monthly budget. Make sure you give this site 10% of my monthly budget. You can pin it and tell it that this is how much you want to give to those sites. So it's kind of like Patreon in that there's recurring payments as well. But it also just, when you've got the money in there, it will automatically give those funds to sites that maybe you're blocking their ads, but you still go to them a lot, you still enjoy them, so they do still see income from you. So That's really interesting. I've started to look into that. I'm switching over to using Brave as my main browser on my phone. It's going to take a little bit longer to do that on desktop as well, but that is something that I'm trying to transition to. So links for all that are in the description below. And then as for streaming, I started streaming Mass Effect Andromeda this past week, and then I spent a half hour reading codexes, or rather I started to, and said this isn't good for streaming, and I killed the stream. And I'm going to figure out something else to play on stream. Got to figure out what that is. Someone gifted me with Max Payne 2, which I've played once, so I might do that on stream. If you have any requests, you can always leave a description down below, leave a comment down below, at me on Twitter. Not going to guarantee that I'll do it, but if there's something that interests you, I can at least look at it. So guys, this quick and dirty vlog that it's going to be quick so I can just do it on my phone. It's reaching 9 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being subscribed. If you are a supporter on any platform, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it as I'm trying to get on my feet with this whole independent business thing. And I hope that as I move forward, I'm able to keep enough time to keep putting up cool and interesting content. I've got a board game recording day coming up next weekend. So we'll have a few more of those, and I have a script for something completely and utterly different from what I normally do written up that I hope to do once spring hits. So, should be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see where the channel goes, and I'm excited to bring you guys along with me. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, have a good one, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!